Welcome back to the Adventures of Waffles, Episode 2, Let's Do This. I can't believe how much you guys have enjoyed this series so far. Only one episode is out yet, and it's so loved. I can't believe it. You guys are amazing. I'm gushing. Let's start. This is gonna be a lot of fun, and I think I can totally handle a 1-star Grey Dwarf. No problem. Failed block there, didn't actually lob a rock properly. Maybe if it learned how to throw, maybe if it had a father growing up that could teach it catch. Okay, let's not go down that rabbit hole. Baseball bat, despite being, I think it's level 2 now, no problem at all. Level 1 Grey Dwarf, your easy day. First time I see a Grey Dwarf eye in this playthrough, and everything's going perfectly fine. I think right now I was at a pretty solid state where, not like a solid state hard drive or even like a regular hard drive, those are, completely different topics. I feel like I'm a good state right now. I feel like I'm learning and I'm getting better. I'm in the realm of conscious competence in this playthrough. And as you can see here, we've got some tin, and it takes just forever to mine this thing. But hey, look, we've got some tin. And I don't take the time to mine anything else because I thought on this little mission right here, I was going to go out and seek a good spot to, place some roots. But it ended up being a bit of an exploration of the Black Forest. I kind of wanted to just, reveal some of the maps, see what I could find. And I did find these carrot seeds right here. These will definitely come in handy later when I actually get a farm going. But I figure, I'll check out some Black Forest. I'll reveal some stuff. Maybe I'll get lucky and find a copper vein. Didn't happen, but look at that. I found another queen bee, and I approached too quickly. I guess I forgot that the bees are going to be angry the moment you attack and burst their bubble. I guess that's, what I'm going to call it. Ended up, the bee was up there. So, yeah, so now we have the stuff to make a third little beehive section so we can harvest even more honey. We can create a little nice community of bees, and I think honey's definitely one of the best early game foods. I think it's a stamina food. It's really handy. Inventory management montage. I don't know why. I love speeding through those. It's pretty satisfying. But right here I decide that it's time for a little more storage. Good place for my extra wood that I definitely should not have brought on that little mission. There we go. Beehive, we have 3 now. And yes, the bees are happy. Back now into the Black Forest. I really want to reveal some more of this map, and whoa, okay, we've got a Grey Dwarf 1-star. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just a few solid slaps with the baseball bat, and it kind of runs away like a little coward. Grey Dwarf, yeah, you're a 1-star? Are you really? Did you really earn that rank? No, I'm gonna vote no on that measure. A couple more Grey Dwarfs join the party. They're just really not much of a trouble, except they're surrounding me quite nicely. And then we have 2 more 1-stars. These are the sergeants that actually kind of deserve their rank because they're coordinating. They're actually doing their job properly. However, despite their best efforts, I do end up winning this little battle. And yeah, I kind of, that's a little bit of a spoiler because I haven't shown it on the screen yet. But, I didn't die here. Yeah, with, a couple more hits of the baseball bat, this Grey Dwarf 1-star is down, and I can, kind of rest a little bit, gather the resources. Oh, the glorious resources. Look at all those. And yeah, I see some more carrot seeds. We're moving on, and look at that. We have the Elder's location, kind of far to the southeast. And then, Zelda style, we've got this box right here. It drops a whole bunch of good stuff, more seeds and resin. Yeah, I checked this chest. We've got some more free arrows and nothing up top here. So I just move on. Didn't take long, and I found another ruin over here and a whole bunch of skeletons, some Grey Dwarfs. Yeah, it's a fun little battle right here. And I kind of like how the Grey Dwarfs and the skeletons are constantly at war. But, since I'm at war with both factions, I take them out. And then we got another skeleton in there I can see. Takes me a minute to jump around, but look at that. It's a 2-star Grey Dwarf Brute. My fight or flight instincts kick in, and I flee like little babby. Yeah, not gonna take that on. I look back in partial regret that I didn't take on the enemy, but no, just not gonna happen. Another skeleton over here thinks it's, got the upper hand. I have a shield. You just have a little measly bow and, bones for body. Yeah, just not gonna happen. It was never meant to be. This skeleton, same story. The baseball bat is designed to kill skeletons like you. And this one as well. But this gray dwarf comes in and kind of helps out. I'm like, hey, this is my enemy. And so I turn around and kill my enemy as well after killing the gray dwarf. I mark the burial chamber, and I move on, finding some thistle right here in the dense black forest. That'll definitely come in handy later. More skeletons, get the drop on these two right here. One swipe, no problem at all. Another skeleton kind of crosses this bridge-ish kind of thing to your death. Yeah, it was not going to happen, skeleton. Another burial chamber, marked. Just beyond, I see a little ancient seed area and some bloobs. Nice little bloobies there. That'll be delicious later. Parry both of these skeleton archers at the same time. And yeah, look at that. It's a 1-star skeleton, but there's no point. While parrying it does kind of hurt me, and it's a little bit more difficult than other enemies, it's still just not a problem. My baseball bat is a friend at this point, and I think even when I upgrade, I've decided to keep all my previous weapons. By the way, copper right here, first copper I've found, I mark it, find some more thistle, 1-star skeleton with a sword and a shield, 3 swipes, you're out. Yeah. Baseball bat, baseball references kind of just make sense. 3 strikes, you're out, 3 swipes, you're out. It's the same thing, but, modified for Valheim reference. No rested anymore. Oh my god, I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, it's raining, and we do make our way home, and yeah, just satisfying noises right here. Followed by some really satisfying super sped up inventory management. I don't know why, I just feel like this right here, just watching it back, it's so satisfying. Sound effects with the visuals, it's kind of cool. But now it's time to sleep. Rest easy, warrior. We have a big day ahead. Day 9. Daily rituals, we're checking on the bees, harvesting some honey, the bees are still happy, it's fantastic. Everything's lovely, the chimney still looks bad. We're moving back on to the burial chambers. I'm all geared up. I'm ready. Let's tackle some burial chambers. They're so scary. They're so dark. Yeah, they're not so scary. I'm really I'm ready, I've gone through so many of these in my original playthrough, and actually this is where I first died in my original playthrough. With my friend, I got caught in between multiple skeletons. I really didn't know what to expect walking through them. And yeah, that's the first place that I ever died in Valheim, is in a burial chamber. And yeah, not great. But yeah, you can see that I'm holding a torch in my second hand, and this kind of made things a little bit more difficult. I wanted to be able to see, I wanted you guys to be able to see, and it made combat quite a bit more difficult, especially considering there's a 1-star skeleton. I'm at 23 health, but it's, I take out the shield, I'm able to fend off the enemies. And at first I thought there was a ghost in here, so I kind of back up a little bit, but no, it's their evil bone pile. So a few swipes, 3 strikes, you're out, that whole reference again, let's not go back there. Yeah, we got some more Sturtling cores in this area over here. We're gonna harvest those delicious Sturtling juice cores. Yeah, not gonna say that again. But yeah, we gather all the resources, and it's, it's a fun time, satisfying. We move on to the next burial chamber. Jump cut right to the next one, and this one is gonna be quick, because there aren't really a whole lot of variations to burial chambers, so I cut through most of the kills until I get to this ghost right here, which, kind of a terrifying enemy because I don't really know what kills them easily, but cheesing method, I get it down and I club it to death, kind of. More Sturtling cores, glorious Sturtling core booty. Yeah, more kills, more cores, more bone piles, and more kills. Yeah, that skeleton right there kind of seemed to get the last slash of its own evil bone pile. I thought that was kind of fun. More booty, more stuff to collect, and, inventory management. It's just, space is always a trouble with this game. I feel like there needs to be an update with some backpacks. We need more space. We need to be able to, sling some leather around our backs and carry, I don't know, maybe some more weight and maybe some more inventory stuff. I don't know. I think it'd be a really good idea. I'm sure it's probably in a mod, but it needs to be a thing in vanilla. So yeah, you can see that I've got some copper going right here, but a troll decides that it wants to, investigate the area where it hears the pickaxe. And I don't know if I'm fully equipped for a troll. I know they're weak to pierce damage, if I remember right. I do have a spear, but I think it's time that I try to take this troll out. So I take out the bow and I start lobbing arrows in its general direction, obviously missing, so sometimes missing. Yeah, no stamina. It hits me real hard, and I happen to have a burial chamber right here, so I flee. I cower. I stay in there for a bit, regaining some health, grab my spear, power of Eikthyr, let's do this. At the very least, Eikthyr will help me run away, and look, that troll is kind of just running away on its own. But I'm ready. My health is mostly back. I want this troll's blood. So I lob an arrow. It's a hit, I think, or at least it heard the arrow. So I start lobbing more arrows over its shoulder. Yeah, they're doing a decent amount of damage, but this troll is fast, and, you know, I can dodge. And look at that. My spear is doing some real good work. It's fantastic damage, but in the groin area, I find it difficult to actually hit properly. It hits me again, 17 health. I decide that it's time that I just run away, but 0 stamina means it's very difficult to run away. Dodge right there. Oh man, this was quite the chaos, but I'm kind of still hanging on in there, so I turn around, I shoot it again. Another gray dwarf decides that it wants to attack down this ridge right here. And I look into the camera, kind of afraid of what's going on. Thumbnail right there, by the way. This troll is following me, and it really is just determined to murder me. But fortunately, I've got the power of Eikthyr, so I actually am able to run away properly. Skipping ahead a little bit, we've got a couple gray dwarfs attacking me, and this baseball bat is it's attuned to me at this point. It's doing what I need it to do. It's an effective weapon. And, you know, even though it's getting replaced relatively soon, I think it needs a name. So if you have any name suggestions, let's hear them. But now we're back home and, you know, go through the motions. We're repairing our gear, satisfying sounds, satisfying speed through all the inventory management. I just love those segments right there. I'm keeping them in no matter what. It's happening. This is it's great. Let's sleep. Let's move on to the next day. Snoring noises. But it is now day 10. We're checking on the bees. The bees are still happy. It's just great. Everything's wonderful. We're in double-digit days now, and I think it's about that time. I've probably said that before, but now is the time I find a new home. I do remember this little clearing right here near this cove and a little island over there. Yeah, this is a perfect space for me. I like a beautiful, serene meadow. Get out of here, Greyling. Come on, you're not welcome in my home. I've got a good idea for what I want to build. Yeah, I will just disclaimer right now. I am not a master builder. I'm more of a fighter. Not that I'm any really good at that, but I'm just not that great at building. Usually when I play games, I play with my friend, and he is the master builder. He's the one that creates aesthetic, beautiful places, and I'm the one that kind of decorates the interior. I don't know what's going on there. Oh yeah, by the way, yeah, I put that block on a red space. I knew it was going to die, but I figured I could get that block down in time. I could not. But now I'm going to fast forward a little bit, and the structure of this kind of L-framed house, yeah, I think it's going to be quite lovely. An L shape, I think, will lend nice to aesthetics. Maybe I can look good and pretend that I'm actually not terrible at this game. But yeah, I'm adding some floors, and I like the whole, you know, switch around the way the grain is going. I think it looks pretty cool. I think I saw that in the Valheim tips and tricks video. But I'm out of wood, so it's time for a little wood montage. And I had a lot of fun with this edit because I don't want to put a complete, you know, uncut, yeah, let's just get all the wood. Yeah, that's just boring. Everybody knows you use an axe to chop down wood, so I edited most of that out. It's kind of fun. But yeah, we're gonna finish this this floor right here. Yeah, it's a floor, and I like the alternating. Get rid of this little bit right here. Yeah, it's fun. It's great. This is going to be really compelling, isn't it? I don't know. I think building is a little bit difficult to commentate. I don't know. This is great. I return back to the home, and I figure, you know, I need to repair my stuff. I need to sleep, of course. Yeah, I'm sleeping. It's going to be a beautiful day. Day 11. Oh yeah, by the way, beautiful. Yeah. Speaking of beautiful, we've got a thunderstorm. I actually really love storms in real life. I think, you know, they kind of remind me of home. I come from I hail from the Pacific Northwest of, you know, southern Washington, northern Oregon, and the United States. It's an absolutely beautiful area. Columbia River Gorge, gorgeous, gorgeous area. And yeah, it's kind of a rainy area. Nothing too crazy, but there is actual weather, unlike some parts of the world where I'm kind of, right now. But yeah, it's a beautiful area. There's actual rain, so every time that I, go outside or I see some thunderstorms, or in this game I get immersed in a thunderstorm, it kind of reminds me of home. It's a good thing. But this house right here needs a roof, and I think it'll make it a little bit more homely. Yeah, workbench can actually go down here now, and we'll be able to repair our gear because it has a roof. That's pretty helpful. And we're back once again, harvesting some wood. Another wood montage. That should be a thing, right? Wood montage. I don't know. Is that a band name? I think that's a band name. I call it. But this one tree knocked down a whole bunch of other trees. There is tree carnage all around me. I kind of have to dodge this one, but fortunately, I have all the situational awareness. Let's go ahead and finish this roof right here with these roof pieces. Oh yeah, we have a half-built house roof kind of thing. And now this other section needed finishing. It looks not too bad. In hindsight, I think, it looks pretty decent. I could have made it work. But I don't know why right there I switched the door. I figured this would be a better side. I have no idea why. It just felt right at the time. But hey, look, we are back to building chimneys. We're chimney making once again. We are chimney builders, and, once again, it's fun. It's just a fun thing to do, to build really terrible chimneys. And I'll eventually make it better, but this one looks a little bit better than the previous one. We're kind of leveling up our chimney game, but only like 0.01%. But now it's time to, a couple little bits here and there. I don't know. It's lovely. I feel like a deck right here would be kind of nice, and just right at the last block, right at the last bit here, I have no wood. Or do I? Another wood montage. We're gathering more wood. Just compelling. We've got a little bit of an outside view of the home. I think it could look good. But let's finish this little bit right here. We'll add this. We'll add a little structure to the top because I kind of want to make this a deck to the outside section, kind of like an exterior. I don't know what it would look like, but let's add a few more bits and pieces here and there, a couple corner pieces. I think it has potential, but nope, I hate it. I hate everything about it. So at this point, I feel like there's another vision I had in my head, so I get rid of all the roof. Yeah, it's time to rebuild the roof. I know in hindsight I could have made that work. I know how I could have done it, but I had another idea that I really wanted to see, and nice little fireplace right here, kind of lovely. Try to build a bed right here, but I forget that it needs a fire nearby, even though it's kind of close. I kill that block beyond the bed. I have to make a roof over this little section right here, so I do that, and I place the bed. And it's time once again for a good old-fashioned sleepy sleep after the little bug of you clicking on the bed and it doesn't actually go there. All right, we're sleeping. It's day 12 and we need a little more light. So we've got a couple torches that we can plop up, and we'll fix that little hole that we created earlier. And yeah, we're just gonna make some progress. But here's the idea that I had. I wanted to make a little bit of an upper decker area, kind of like a loft. It's not a tiny home, but it's a small functional home. Something that will satisfy my needs. That's not a weird thing to say. Satiate my, I don't know, words. Something that will be more than functional for this particular time in my playthrough. There's going to be enough space. I think this little section up here will be nice, little loft. But the stairs are, you're going to hit your head every time you walk up the stairs. So guess what? I get rid of the roof again, but I replace it with something that I think is a little bit more functional. I just add a half block right here, and I think this is gonna add just a little bit more space, the space that I need to actually walk up that ladder right there, or the steps, without hitting my head every time, just like I demonstrated. And I feel like it'd be a good idea to, enclose this space, make it a bigger loft. I know I could have made it work without doing this, but I think it'll look good. And then I add these other blocks, I add a little bit, raise it up a little bit, and yeah, it's going great. We're moving along, we're chugging, we're building a barn, a fucking barn. Are you kidding me? Nope, not gonna happen. I will not live in a damn barn. So, once again, we're breaking things down and we're making that. Which, in hindsight, I could see it working. I could see this being decent. Not too bad, right? Nope, it's terrible. Let's get rid of everything. I am just so incredibly indecisive. This house is gonna be shown to the world. It's gonna show everybody my building prowess. By the way, my building prowess, I know I've said it, it's practically zero. So I had this other idea. It's something interesting that I think I've seen before. Spoiler alert, I've seen it integrated way better than the way I ended up doing it, but I want to show this idea that I had in my head here. With this design, I definitely would not have to worry about any sort of head clearances at all, because the roof would be sloping upward toward the lake over here, or the ocean, whatever it is. But look at this. The forest is moving. Such inconvenient timing. I did try to stand near the fireplace so I could gain my rested bonus because I had just lost it. But look at all of these enemies. I don't remember these raids, like early game raids, being this dense. There's so many enemies, and I find it so difficult to handle all these guys just alone. That's why Valheim is definitely better with friends that can actually back you up in a fight. But it's still good, I still do my best, and I get poisoned, I'm running away, everybody's throwing rocks at me. I don't know what I did to these guys. I try to eat a little bit to gain some health, and a rock hits me in the back and I'm dead. First death in this playthrough. We spawn back right here, and I'm fast, I don't have any gear on, I'm able to kind of run by these enemies, I gain my stuff back, and I try as hard as I possibly can to put everything on. I get my helmet on, I get my chest on, and as it always seems to go, I can't get pants on. I always go down the line, I get my hat on, I get the helmet on, I get the pants, and then I just fail to get the rest of the stuff, because look at that, a giant horde of enemies is following me, and they just, what did I ever do to you? Come on, guys, what did I ever do to you? I do not think I did anything to deserve this kind of treatment. I'm just a man trying to survive in this hostile world. I pay my taxes, I purchase this real estate with legitimate means. Come on, guys, you don't really need this kind of show of force. We can coexist. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. We're gonna have to murder all these guys if we actually want to survive. The forest has stopped moving, by the way, so yeah, I need to take these guys out, or I'm just not gonna have a good time. But at least I know now, if I kill one, another one won't spawn in its place. It's kind of how the mechanics go. Hey look, bukeberries! First time I've seen bukeberries in this playthrough. Kind of a little fun thing there. I made a little advertisement for bukeberries in my top 10 foods I would totally eat IRL in Valheim. It was a fun little video that I made early on. That was, sponsored segment, sponsored by Bukeberry Surprise. I had way too much fun with that little ad. Stabbing all these Grey Dwarfs to death with my spear, I feel like this is a fantastic weapon for this because of how fast it hits, and no stamina, and I'm really struggling with that brute right here, but now it's alone, I can tackle it, even though I'm 18 health, and, I'm able to block it okay, so no problem. Staggered, 3 stabs, and it runs away? Come on, I've almost taken you out, stabbed you in the back a couple times. Come on, at least if you're gonna pick a fight, finish the fight. Come on. But hey look, maple, midsummer crown, we got a dandelion. That's kind of a new feature, I think. But look at that, this is kind of what I'm going for, kind of a sloping roof. It looks kind of like crap. I don't know, it doesn't last long. But we're done. That was a very hectic end to this glorious day. Let's sleep. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode.